So we're two-thirds down, or almost two-thirds down with 2017. We are 8 months in. We only have 4 months to go until the end of the year. And I guess they say time flies when you're having fun because this year seemed to like really fly by. Now, for those of you that aren't having fun this year or aren't having a good year, I have a story for you this week. All right, so this is the story. It's in ancient China, and there's a village, and the governor of the village comes to the people of the village and he tells them, look, if you guys build this shrine for the king, for the emperor of China, he's going to reward you guys handsomely. He's going to give you guys massive amounts of gold and food and whatever else that they may have wanted, right? So the village people came together and they're like, man, we need to go ahead and do this. But the governor said there's a time limit. It has to be done within a certain period of time. So the village people huddled up again, and they said, you know what, we got to make this happen because we need this. We need this reward. We need this money. This gold, this food, whatever it is that he was going to give them. They were like, we need this, right? So they said, all right, no problem. It's done. We will get it done. So they go and they figure out, okay, exactly where it is that they want to put this shrine for the emperor. So the place where they wanted to put the shrine, there was an existing well there. So in order for them to build the shrine, they had to cover up the well, right? So they had this old donkey that was, it's kind of like the town donkey, right? So they figure, okay, you know what? We're going to get some water and some sand, and we're going to fill this shrine up, fill this well up. So once the well is filled up, we can go ahead and build our shrine. So they go ahead, they get the donkey, they go to get some water, bring some more sand, bring it. So they're working they're just working the tar out of this donkey, right? So anyway, the donkey gets a little bit tired, and as he's making one of his trips and he comes back, guess what happens? Accident happens, donkey falls in the well. So now they're like, oh my God, our donkey that was doing most of the work for us fell in this well. How are we going to be able to build this shrine in the deadline? Because we need to get this reward. So they're thinking. They're like, man, how are we going to even get this donkey out of the well? Everyone's just kind of gathered around the well. They're looking in, and they're like, you know what? If we spend all our time trying to get this donkey out of the well, we're going to run out of time. We're not going to be able to finish the shrine in time, and we won't get the reward. So you know what? It's just too bad for the donkey. We need to just go ahead and bring the water and the sand in and bury him and just build on top of the donkey. So, everyone in the community in the village is like, you know what, that's the only way that we're going to get it done. Poor donkey, but we need to get our reward. Right now, that's probably the most important thing. So they go get some more sand, get some more water, and they start throwing the water and the sand on the donkey. So the donkey's down in the well, and the donkey's like, hold up. They're not trying to get me up out of this well? Oh no. So the donkey starts wailing and crying, and the people hear the donkey, but they're like, man, look, we got to do what we have to do. So they keep getting the sand and the water and just throwing it on top of the donkey. The donkey's there crying and everything. And then the donkey realizes to himself, you know what? Crying and wailing isn't going to get me anywhere. So every time they would throw the sand and the water down on the donkey would just shake it off. They'd go get some more sand and water, put it on the donkey, shake it off. So this is going on for maybe about an hour, 2 hours and whatnot. And then all of a sudden, the donkey realizes that he's high enough now because every time they threw sand and water on him, he shook it off. He's high enough now that he can jump out of that hole. And the donkey and the people didn't really realize what was going on because they were just throwing the sand and the water in. And they were rushing so much trying to make sure that they filled that hole up so they can go ahead and build this shrine for their emperor. And before you knew it, the donkey just used all his might and power and then jumped out of that hole. And then the donkey just trotted off. Now, that's a really great testament to, you know what? A lot of times we all face adversity. We all go through troubling times and whatnot. And our first instinct is to want to cry and complain about our situation. But what the donkey realized, and I hope we realize as well too, is that crying about your situation isn't going to help you out. It's not going to get you out of that hole that you're in. You got to start thinking fast. You got to come up with a plan, just like the donkey. And you know what? When people try to shovel their junk on you, you shake it off, and you just keep shaking it off, shaking it off, shaking it off. And then you can use that junk to help you get out of the hole, help you get out of the situation that you're in, just like that donkey. Because trust me, I know every single one of you that are watching this video right now is smarter than that donkey. And if the donkey can get himself out of the hole, you can get yourself out of the hole too. I hope you guys got something from that story. And guess what? I'll see you next week.